Well, um, I left Moab approximately, I don't know, very, very late. It was probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you I'm dog tired. I didn't sleep all night last night. I basically laid on the bed and looked out the window, dreading the trip back to Dallas. Uh, it's midnight right now where I'm at, and I'm a little under halfway to Dallas. I stopped in a rest area, and usually when I'm driving down the road, either going to Moab or going to Dallas, I-40 at this time of night is nothing but a ribbon of 18 wheelers. You literally have to drag race to pass them up. I'm gonna go ahead and shine the camera out there, and maybe you can see what the highway looks like. But I'm in a rest area here, and I'm gonna turn the camera around. I don't know if anybody can see anything out there, but the highway is pretty much completely deserted. And when I say deserted, I'm talking maybe one 18 wheeler every 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's how deserted it is out here. Um, all the towns I passed through, from Moab to where I'm at now, look like ghost towns, including Albuquerque, New Mexico. The only thing that is open is the gas pumps. I passed two major truck stops. One was a travel center or some bullshit, I don't know. And the other one was a Love's truck stop, and they were completely locked down, closed down. There goes an 18 wheeler. It's the first one I've seen since we've been talking. But they were completely locked down and closed down. And I got to this small town. I was going to get gas. It was after 8 o'clock at night. I got to this small town, and I literally had to turn around and go back 35 miles to get gas because I calculated how far I was from Albuquerque to get gas. And I looked at my gas, how much miles I got left to get to my gas. And you can see on this truck here that it tells you how fast you're going, what your range of miles are, this, that, and the other. Not how fast you're going, how many miles per gallon you're getting. And then it tells you your range. And it was 115 miles to Albuquerque, and I only had 135 miles of gas. So I had to turn around 35 miles back to a casino that was completely deserted. It was a reservation casino out in the middle of nowhere because their big sign said gas pumps open 24 hours a day. So I pulled in there. Gas was $2.52 a gallon, and I went ahead and filled up. And there were two cops sitting in the parking lot, hidden in the back corner. And there was like 7 or 8 18-wheelers in the back sleeping. And I'm sure the cops were there watching the place. That's what I'm thinking. because it was a casino. So I got my gas. I want to show you something. At the gas pumps, they're actually handing these out. I went ahead and grabbed me a handful of them. And what these are fuel gloves. If you're an 18-wheeler driver or you travel a lot, you know what they are. These are clear plastic fuel gloves. So I grabbed a handful of them. And then I started getting gas, and I started thinking to myself, well, hold on now. I just touched the gas handle. And then I went to roll my sleeve up on my shirt. You can see I don't know if you can see it. My sleeve keeps rolling down. So I reached down to roll my sleeve up with the glove on. And now I start freaking out like, oh shit, I just touched my sleeve. And then after that, I went ahead and got a receipt. And I touched the receipt with my gloves on. And I put it in my pocket right here. And now I'm freaking out because now I got my Nicorette gum in my pocket. Here's my Nicorette. And I'm thinking, son of a bitch, I'm touching everything on my body. And these gloves are supposed to be protecting me from everything that's going on. Yet on the other hand, they ain't doing jack shit. So I got in my truck after I threw the gloves away, of course. And I got out my homemade hand sanitizer, which I made with aloe vera lotion and rubbing alcohol, because you can't find any of this stuff on the shelves. So I wiped my hands down, and then as I was wiping my hands down, I went ahead and wiped my shirt, and I wiped my Nicorette lozenges, and I wiped the receipts off, and I wiped my shirt. And then I'm starting to think, son of a bitch, did I touch my door handle on my truck before I got in with the gloves on? Do you see how complicated and mind-boggling and frustrating this is, traveling down the highway to try to get somewhere in a situation that we're having? So I finally just said, fuck it, you know. I even have a bag of pretzels laying here, and I stuck my hand in the pretzels to eat a pretzel. And now I'm thinking to myself, did I just touch all those pretzels? Is my hands clean? Where's my mask? You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm going to tell you, and I want you to listen to me close. My little trip here is about a 17, 18-hour trip. And I'm also pulling my trailer. And the reason I took my power wagon with my enclosed trailer is because it says Oroweed all over it. Now, when I passed through Farmington, okay, out of Shiprock, they had the road blocked. And they were letting some people through, and they were making other people turn around. Now, that was on the other side of the highway. That wasn't on my side of the highway. So I don't know what was going on with that action. They were literally pulling people over and checking cars and all kinds of crap. But back to the trailer and the truck, because I'm kind of rambling here. I'm pretty tired. So anyway, I brought this truck particularly because my big trailer says Oroweed all over it. And I figure, well, if I bring that truck and there's roadblocks, or they got highways closed down, or, you know, they might have a copper hiding around the corner over here, which they're everywhere. There's state troopers hiding behind bushes. There's cops parked on the highways. I mean, they're just everywhere. I've never seen as many cops and state troopers and fire departments in my whole life. But I figure if I brought this truck with that. They'd think I was delivering bread. So far, it's actually worked. I've seen approximately 25, 30 cars actually get pulled over. Between Cortez and Farmington, I counted 13 cars and 4 18-wheelers. And then from Farmington to Cuba, I believe I counted 16 cars and 12 or 14 18-wheelers. Usually the highways are full of traffic. They're not anymore. I pulled in this rest area, and I actually pulled over on the car side because the 18-wheeler side, the way these rest areas work, once you pull in somewhere, it's a one-way situation. If there's nowhere to park, then you're fucked. And you got to get back on the highway until you find another rest area. And I know from doing this trip so many times, the next rest area or place that I would pull over is on the other side of Santa Rosa, which is 75 miles away. Now, normally we pull into Santa Rosa at the Love's truck stop. But you start thinking about all this situation and you're saying, I don't want to pull into the Love's truck stop because there's going to be a lot of other people at the Love's truck stop. And we don't know what's going on at the Love's truck stop. For all we know, it might be a big party with hundreds of people parked in the Love's truck stop trying to get some sleep in the middle of the night, traveling, and we don't know what's going on in that car or who's in that car or who touched that car or somebody stepped on the fucking ground next to my fucking car. I mean, I'm going to go back to what I was going to tell you 5 minutes ago before I told you about the Oro wheat bread truck. If you're planning on doing some fucking traveling, don't. This is kind of like going into a movie and not coming out. And when I say a movie, I'm talking about maybe The Walking Dead. It's very scary out here. It's very paranoia situation going on. And I don't even fucking do drugs. I don't drink alcohol and I don't do drugs. I mean, I'm not fucking scared of anybody or scared of anything. But, you know, when you're in a situation like this and you're traveling down the highway with all these other strangers, you don't want to get out of your fucking car. I got my car locked, by the way, just to let everybody know. I mean, I'm actually tempted to turn this light off. The only reason I have it on is because I'm making this video of traveling down the highway in the times that we're having. Read between the lines. I don't want to mention what the fuck's going on. Everybody knows. I was listening to the bullshit radio tonight. I call it bullshit radio because all it is a bunch of paid actors to get on the radio, and you know, they get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. Here's a city worker pulling in over here, and I'm actually parked in the wrong fucking place. I'm not parked where the 18-wheelers are. I hope he doesn't come over here and tell me to move, because I'm going to tell him to fuck off. Okay, he's driving real slow. Okay, I don't know if you can see that white truck right there. He just passed me. Okay. All right. Because if he tells me to move, I'm going to tell him to fuck off. I'm going to stay right here. There's nobody over here. There's no cars here. Okay? I'm sorry, bitch. I'm going to stay right here. I don't even know what I was fucking saying, but oh, I was telling you about drugs and alcohol. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't smoke dope. I've never even smoked a marijuana cigarette. I've never even tasted beer. The only thing I know about beer is what it smells like after a big party and everybody's throwing up all over the fucking floor and looking like shit, feeling like shit, and here's my friend Pete trying to climb all over him. Of course, that was back in the day when I was a teenager. But I mean, I've seen movies where guys or girls will do drugs and they get kind of schizophrenic and paranoid. Well, let me tell you what, being out here on this fucking highway, all right, makes you very paranoid and scared right now. You don't want to get out of your car. I got food, by the way. When I get to Dallas, Texas, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I did. We went to the store today and I bought $300 worth of groceries because when I get to Dallas to my shop and I talk to Mr. Majestic, if he goes by the regulations that I'm going to set on the situation at hand, then I got enough food for me and my dog to last us at least 3 weeks without me fucking leaving. And then I started thinking about my shop. My shop isn't an airtight, contained area. Mr. Majestic, he's got the backyard and he's got one bay. Well, up above in the ceiling of my shop in Dallas, air travels through there. So if he has his Mexicans, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, that's just what they are. If they were Spanish, I would say Spaniards. If they were Italians, I would say Italians. So anybody that wants to leave a bullshit comment and say I'm prejudiced, fuck off. I'm not. Actually, the Mexicans he has working for him are very, very nice and very dedicated and helpful. Anyway, if he does not want to apply to my regulations of me quarantining myself and my dog, and of course Minnie's cat, then I will pack my shit. That's another reason I brought my big trailer. I'm packing all my shit. I will be putting his car on the fucking floor with no suspension, no floor jacks. I will go rent a storage unit somewhere in Dallas, and I will pack everything up that I can pack up, and I will pack up my dog and my cat and fucking haul ass back to Moab. Now, if he abides by the rules and regulations, then I will go ahead and pay him rent, and I will work on his car and a couple other cars that I have there. And he will not come around, and his Mexicans will not come around, and nobody will be allowed on the property of SWRNC prison fuck off yard. Because we're not at the homestead anymore. Now we're going to be back at the prison yard. I was talking to a guy on the phone tonight, Tim, Colorado Springs Tim, and I was explaining to him that the movie It's a Wonderful Life, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that, with James Stewart. It's about a guy that has always wanted to leave his hometown, his little small hometown. It's about a guy that's always wanted to leave his little small hometown, and he wants to leave. He wants to get the fuck out and go somewhere else but every time he turns around, he can't fucking leave. He is stuck in this fucking town and he can't fucking leave. He's always wanted to leave all his life. So in the end, I guess it all works out in the movie, and he ends up staying there and he gets married and he has kids. But before that, it's just a dog fucking drained out situation of how he wants to get out of there and he can't, because every time he turns around, something fucking happens. Well, back in 1982, I went to Dallas, Texas, and I was only supposed to stay there for 9 months. And then I was going back to Colorado. Well, within the 9-month period of me being there, I met my wife, my first wife, and I got her pregnant and we got married, and one thing leads into another. I quit the job that I was at. I got another job, and I ended up staying in Dallas. But I always wanted to leave. I didn't like Dallas. I hate fucking Dallas. I hate the humidity. I hate the fucking heat. I hate summers in Dallas, Texas. And I never could leave. Okay. So then I had my daughter. Now I can't leave because I want my kids to go to the same school with the same kids, and I want them to grow up, you know, in a good environment and be around people that they know so they can have a good life. Well, after they leave, after they, spread their wings and down the road they go, it's time to start thinking about moving. It's time to start thinking about, I want to leave Dallas. But ever since that time has come, there has always been a rock in the road, a flat tire on the truck, a bill that needs paid, not enough money in the fucking bank, or something that has put another brick in the fucking wall that says you're not going anywhere. Kind of like right now. I thought that April 5th was going to be the day that I tell Dallas, Texas to fuck off. But it isn't. Because now I am going back to Dallas, Texas to face the fucking firestorm of dealing with the person that purchased my shop and having to stay there past April 5th. And if he doesn't agree with me, because I have a strict contract when I sold it to him, that if stipulations arise where I cannot leave, I will pay rent to stay there until I can leave. Now, I don't think Mr. Majestic's going to give me any shit. I really don't. I think he's going to be very nice about it, and he's going to say, no problem. The only thing that I think he's going to be upset about, and he might fight me on it, and I'm not going to even fight on it, I'm not arguing about it, is that I'm going to quarantine myself at my shop, and no visitors, nothing, nobody's allowed to come in my shop. There's a van that just pulled in here, and this is a public restroom where I'm at. So hold on a second. This is stupid. I'm going to kind of shine it over there and see if you can see this. Okay, so that van just pulled in. The guy just walked behind the bushes there. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not. He's going to use the fucking restroom. Now, I hate to say this, but I've had to use the restroom 4 times since I've been on the road. And I'm going to tell you where I pulled it out and took a piss on the side of the fucking road. Okay? I went around my truck and I took a piss. I am not going to use a fucking public restroom, especially at a rest area. There's no fucking way. I can't do it. I actually have a portable groover in my trailer that if I have to go to the bathroom that bad, I will go in my trailer and use my groover to do so. But anybody that's seen the movie Walking Dead or watched it, okay, and ever since that movie came out, ever since that series has come out, my theory, my conspiracy theory on the TV show The Walking Dead is basically a soap opera of America dealing with the United States government. You got your sheeple / zombies, and then you got your people that will not go for it. I'm one of those people that ain't going to be a follower. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to fucking do it. I talked to another guy tonight. Not Colorado Tim, somebody else. I talked to him. And he told me he's got a full-time job. He's not laid off. He goes to work every day. And here's that guy right here. Let me turn that light off. There's the guy that just went in and used that public bathroom. No gloves, no masks, no nothing. Nothing. No protection whatsoever. You can see what's going on. And then I don't know if they're going to sleep in their van right there or they're going to get in their truck or whatever they're going to do. But now he's walking to the back of the van. So he's not too worried about it. I'm going to tell you right now, and you better listen real fucking close out there, people. You better be worried about it. This thing that's going on is not just some bullshit flu virus. This is something that affects everybody in a different way because it attacks the genes in your body. You can be the healthiest person on the planet and you can die instantly from it. You can be the sickest person on the planet and you can live through it. You better pay attention and you better really, really think about the situation. I was telling you about this other guy I was talking to, and I don't want to mention names because he kind of really pissed me off. They got these checks that they're going to send out. I just want to let everybody know that if they send checks out, it's not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be a couple months from now, probably. That's my theory. Because we all know how quick the government works. But anyway, okay, the van's leaving. They just pulled in to go to the bathroom. Actually, I think the guy crawled in the back. He crawled in the back of the van. He's going to sleep on the bed while they're driving. Anyway, he tells me, I said, what are you thinking about that check? And he says, oh, I've already been looking at Summit Racing and Jags. I've already got parts I'm picking out for my car I'm restoring. He goes, hell, as far as I'm concerned, this is free money. This is my theory on the money situation. If you got a full-time job and you're not laid off and you're not looking at any layoff, I don't think you should get the money. I don't think that you should look at this like it's a freebie from the government. I think that you should decline payment on that money and let the government have it to give it to somebody else that actually fucking needs it. There's also the corporations out there that are threatening their employees that if they get a check, they will be docked pay. Now, that was on the bullshit radio. That was on the AM bullshit radio. I believe it was Steck. Is that his name? Steck or Beck or one of these fucking clowns. All right. But he was talking about that. He was calling them the communist corporations are not going to let you have your money because the communist corporations want socialism and they want you to do what they tell you to do. So, I don't know what's going on with this check crap. I am not expecting a check. And, now they're telling everybody, well, we're going to direct deposit it straight into your bank. Okay, you're telling me that the U.S. government has access to my fucking bank account? What the fuck is this all about? I don't personally want the fucking money. Okay, I don't want to be a sheeple. I don't want to be a zombie. I don't want to be that fucking guy. Okay, I want to work for what the fuck I get, and I want to pay my fucking bills. I don't want free handouts. I think that's what they want. I think they want you to take the handout. This is another part of the situation that says, let's see how many people are going to take it, and let's see how many people are not. I don't know. I'm starting to make this into a cork video, and I really didn't want to do that. I just wanted to give you an update on my trip. So far, the trip is very stressful. It's very annoying. My body is aching from being so stressed out. My shoulders hurt. I got a splitting headache. My eyeballs are burning. Minnie wanted to get the washer and dryer out today and put it in our new house. My left knee has been bothering me for almost a year and a half, really fucking with me. And here recently, all the pain has gone away. So I'm feeling good. Well, guess what happened to my friend Pete today? As we were loading up the fucking washing machine on the trailer to drive it around to the house, my foot slipped in the dirt and hit a little pebble in the fucking dirt and twisted my fucking knee. And now it's back to normal like it's been for the last year and a fuck off half. Some of you people might be out there looking at this video, laughing and thinking this is a clown video, and my friend Pete is acting funny. Well, there's nothing funny about it. But if you want to laugh and it gives you a laugh, then that's great. Because at least I'm doing something for you to take your mind off the situation of what's going on now. It's 12:33 over here in the United States, so I can't read all the little comments going up. I don't have bifocals on like many of the Body Shop girl, and the camera's a little too close. But I just want to say to all my foreigner followers, and when I say foreigner followers, I'm talking about the Netherlands, New Zealand, Africa, Australia, the UK, all of Europe, and actually, to be honest with you, parts of Japan. I just want to say thank you for your support, and I wish you all the best out there. And God bless everybody. I got to get a drink of water, excuse me. I'd like to say God bless everybody out there. And, you know, I had a guy I talked to today, and I told him when I get to Dallas, if you want me to, I'll go ahead and, you know, hit the stores and get you some rubber gloves. I'm sure not every store in the world's out of them. And he said, no, you take care of yourself. You take care of yourself. And I cut him off, and I said, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to make sure I'm fucking taken care of before anybody else in the motherfucking world's going to be taken care of. So if I'm offering to buy you some gloves and send them to you in the mail, that's the only reason is because, let me show you right here, bitch. Okay? The only reason for that is because, hang on, let me get it out. Is because my friend Pete's already taken care of. And I'm telling you this because if you don't take care of yourself first, then you aren't going to fucking be able to take care of anybody else. Okay? I mean, it's kind of like me going out and buying $300 worth of fucking groceries. You're probably thinking, God, this guy's crazy. No, I ain't fucking crazy. I'm not crazy. Why would I want to go back to Dallas and go into a store with, 1,000 fucking people in there with their heads cut off when I can get groceries there and take them back with me? Yes, I do have coolers. I got coolers in my trailer with ice. Okay, well, let me go ahead. I'll go ahead and randomly tell you some of the stuff I bought. I bought 2.5 pounds of roasted chicken sliced. I went ahead and got 2.5 pounds, maybe 3 pounds, I don't remember, of hard salami. I got 2 or 3 packs of all beef, of course, hot dogs for my little buddy Axel. I got him a roasted chicken. Nitpick Norm is watching my dog. I asked him to go get a roasted chicken for my buddy Axel, and he said he went to 3 or 4 stores and couldn't find one. I saw him there. I bought one. You're damn fucking right. I got about 60 cans of fucking soup. I got a loaf of bread. I got tortillas. Hell, I got it all here. I got boxes of crackers. You're fucking right. Because it goes back to the old situation that says, if you ain't going to take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And don't expect somebody to take care of yourself anyway. All right? Because all you got is you. Nobody else. I didn't let Minnie the Body Shop girl come with me because I thought it would be safer for her to stay there. I would rather see her living amongst 3,800 people instead of 3.8 million people. Just trying to be safe, trying to be a safe guy. You know, back to the trip. Is it a fun trip? No, it's not. It's a very exhilarating, exhausting, paranoid trip. I can only imagine how these truck drivers feel. Driving down the road like I am, I can only imagine how a truck driver feels being contained in a vehicle and not wanting to get out of that vehicle. Going to a warehouse and unloading his trucks and all this other shit. I mean, you gotta say thank God for truckers, you know. Truckers, you know, in times like this, diehard truckers are there for you, dude. They're there for you. They're not taking care of themselves first, are they? There goes an 18-wheeler right there. There he goes. So this is my friend Pete, your friend Pete, everybody's friend Pete, giving you the situation at hand and saying, you know what? It's a bitch. And if that bitch is going to bite your balls, you better have something protecting them, because if the bitch gets you in, the bitch ain't going to let go. The bitch is there to stay. It's a fucking bitch. All I can tell you is you're lucky you're not traveling. Why did I leave at night? I'm sure somebody's asking that. Because there's less people out in the world at nighttime than there is in the fucking day. And if I can travel at nighttime, you're damn right. Okay? I'm going to fly fucking Night Rider sky, and I'm going to try to get as far as I can before the sun comes up. If you travel, let me give you a little advice. Buy as much food as you can for your trip that you're traveling, so you do not have to go into a store. Only stop to get gas. If you have to go to the bathroom, pull over on the side of the road. Even if you're a girl, you can lean down on the fucking running board. Okay, you can squat, do whatever you got to do. Get a 5-gallon bucket. Buy some trash bags. If you really got to take a crap, do the number 2 thing. Then bring a 5-gallon bucket with you and do it on the side of the road behind your truck. Do not use public bathrooms. Don't do it. Especially at a rest area. We don't know when the last time that thing was cleaned. Anyway, I gotta go. It's been fun. It's been enjoyable. And doing this video actually calmed my nerves a little bit by talking to everybody out there. Even though, you know, we're not really talking in person here. But I feel that you guys out there are with me all the way. And I hope I'm with you. Keep me in your prayers. And prayer for Minnie the Body Shop girl. Pray for her. And also pray for everybody out in the world that is having bad situations. And I'm talking medical situations, financial situations. Last night I did a video and I showed you a picture of Jesus. Well, that picture's right here behind me. I'm going to go ahead and get it so everybody can see it, just to let you know I'm not a fucking liar. I think I told you last night that that picture is the oldest thing that I have. It's been around since I was born. So I'm going to go ahead and get that picture out so you can see it, to prove that my friend Pete doesn't bullshit. Motherfucker, my fucking door's locked. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep it safe behind my seat, but this right here, this thing right here, this object, this material item is my most prized possession of my life. I have had this since the day I was born. It's been in my life before I was born. It's been in my family since the 30s. And if I go somewhere for a very long time, like I'm getting ready to do now, I take it with me. So that's the situation. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And I hope everybody out there has a safe trip, not just down the lonely black ribbon we call highways, but the long fucking trip of life that we're about to enter. Because believe me, this is not over. This is only the beginning. The fucking beginning. The end is not near, my friend. It is not fucking near. What the fuck are you looking at, bitch? Motherfucker. You keep on rolling, motherfucker. Fucking jerk off pulls up to my truck like he's gonna check me out. Fuck ass. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna hang out here for a couple hours, get back on the road before daylight, and take it easy, take it slow. And if you love somebody out there and you're not with them tonight, say a prayer, and hopefully God will touch their heart. And let them know that you're thinking about them. See you later.